Hey everybody, Micah here with EbikeSchool.com, and today I have a brand new electric scooter to check out. This is the CSC Monterey. Just arrived, let's get it open. Alright, this is supposed to be a pretty yellow one. So you guys ready for the reveal? And whoo, it's pretty. Oh, check that out. Whoo. Oh man, this is a pretty looking scooter. Now the cool thing about this one is that it's obviously modeled after the Honda Super Cub, but Honda hasn't actually made an electric Super Cub yet. So this is basically the first electric Honda Cub. It'll probably be years before Honda makes their own. Clear there. All right, let's roll this thing off. There we go. All right, what do you think? Not bad, huh? Honestly, I love it in this yellow. I think this is just so cool looking. Oh my gosh. All right, I gotta get the mirrors on, do a few checks, and then we're gonna get this on the road and do some test riding. All right, so first impressions, before I even get it on the road, I have to say this is just beautiful. For something like 2,000 bucks, I cannot believe how good this scooter looks. I mean, this is just, look at it, come on, come on. Alright, so first bit of riding here, and so far this is just too much fun. I mean seriously, this is a hoot to ride. The big wheels on the scooter here, they make it feel so much more comfortable than a typical small-wheeled scooter. It feels more like almost a bicycle almost, except, you know, more powerful. Of course it's not that powerful, it's still pretty low power. I think it's about 2.4 kilowatts peak if I'm not mistaken. So it's still fairly low power, but it's, you know, made for city riding like this, where that's pretty much perfect. You know, when you look at this scooter, you don't expect a lot of power. It's not like the City Slicker or something else that looks sportier, has that more aggressive sport bike look, and so you hop on it thinking, you know, this thing's gonna rip. Instead, the Monterey here, it just looks so nice and chill, and so, you know, the moderate acceleration that you have here, it seems to fit. When I'm behind cars at, you know, like a red light here, and I start to accelerate, they do pull away from me a little bit quicker, so, you know, if I had a little more power, that might be nice, but it's not, you know, anemic by any stretch of the imagination here. It still feels perfectly fine for city riding. Now, I did wish it went a bit faster in terms of the top speed. I can get it up to, it says about 35 here on the speedometer, but I checked it with my GPS and it's more like 32, 33. And again, you know, this is a city scooter, right? Like, it's not a highway vehicle. This is for riding around in an urban environment. That doesn't mean that you can't go on faster roads, though. This here is a 50-mile-per-hour posted road, and so you can do it. You just end up in the right lane getting past a bit. But, you know, by and large, I definitely recommend sticking to roads that are posted maybe more like 35 or 40 miles an hour tops. If you are going to go on faster roads than that, make sure they're multi-lane like this one so people can safely pass you. I will say though that cruising around in the low 30s of mile per hour on this thing feels a lot better than doing that speed on an electric bicycle. I have plenty of e-bikes that go 30 miles an hour or more, and the problem is that when cars see me on those, they just see a bicycle, and so they don't give me much space, and, you know, sometimes they don't expect me to be coming up on them as quick as I am, so they'll pull out in front of me. But with the Monterey here, I'm definitely getting the sense that other drivers around me are treating it like a motorcycle. It's, you know, like a legit motor vehicle that feels like it belongs on the road, and people seem to be giving me plenty of space just like I would expect. It's not at all the feeling I get when I'm on my e-bikes, and I feel like I'm fighting for space on the road. And when it comes to the speed here, you know, I find that I'm not even riding it that fast all the time. I mean, you don't want to go too fast on a scooter like this, right? Or people won't be able to stare as you go by. On these kind of scooters, it's all about getting looks, you know, that's half the fun of these things. Why would you buy a scooter that looks like this if you didn't want people to see it? I will also say that the handling and the suspension are actually better than I expected them to be. I honestly didn't come in with too high of hopes there, because I figured at barely a $2,000 scooter, like it can't be that nice, right? But it actually rides pretty nice and smooth. I'm pretty happy with the handling and the ride quality here, I must say. I also really like these brake levers and the switches here. I mean, they feel like the parts you'd actually find on a vintage Honda Super Cub, and so it just adds to that old school sort of cruising feeling that you get here with the Monterey. That said, obviously this scooter isn't for everyone, right? Like, I'm sure the comments are going to be full of people saying, what, 32 miles an hour? This thing is dead on arrival for me. So alright, fine, you know, don't ride it. More fun for me. But seriously, I mean, there are a lot of people out there that live in areas where you can get around at 30 miles per hour, that's all you need. Florida isn't even really one of those areas because the roads are just so freaking big here and everything is far apart, but it's still working for me just fine. So yeah, I think this could definitely be a great scooter for a lot of urban dwellers that want something a bit different, but that still has good ride quality and, you know, good build quality that you'd expect of a modern electric scooter. Not bad, CSC, not bad at all. Alright, so there are my thoughts on the CSC Monterey. This is an awesome electric scooter. I am in love with it. I love the way it looks. I love the way I look on it. I love getting looks when I'm riding it around. This thing is just a blast and a half to ride. For, you know, a bit over 2,000 bucks, you can't go wrong with something like this. So yeah, those are my thoughts. I love it. Now, of course, there is the somewhat limited speed. You know, we're talking 32-ish miles per hour. I took it on faster roads. I was on 50 mile an hour posted roads and it was all right. I was just in the slow lane. So you can definitely do it, but you'll have to make sure that where you live, something like this will work for you. All right, that's it, guys. Last but not least, before I go, it's time to announce the winner of the giveaway from my last video. And the randomly selected commenter is Brian Barnard. So congratulations, just let me know which one of my books you'd like. You can choose from DIY Lithium Batteries, DIY Solar Power, The Ultimate Do-It-Yourself E-Bike Guide, and Electric Motorcycles. And anybody else who wants a chance to win one of my books for free, all you have to do is put a comment down below this video. You can say anything you want, and hopefully you'll be the randomly selected commenter at the end of my next video. And if you don't want to wait that long, you can always find my books on Amazon. All right, thanks for watching, everybody. I'll see you next time.